Hi, my name is the Virgin Gamer. Gamer tag, Rouge the Red. And just, I thought, for a New Year's resolution that I would start my very own video blog. Since I go on YouTube a lot and see a lot of people blogging about all different kinds of things, as well as listen to different podcasts such as The Drunk Tank and Knockin' Boots. And I thought it would be a good idea to try something new. So what this blog is pretty much going to be about is anything geeky, pretty much, from video games, comic books, or to women. Yeah, that fun little subject. Um, Please forgive me though, the quality right now is really bad because I'm using a headset right now for my microphone and an Xbox 360 webcam, which is the pretty much the cheapest I could get. I will afford one in the near future, but just please bear with me. I know I can't stand watching crappy quality videos, so I will invest. So, anyways, getting to it. I thought that to start off my first blog, I will talk something that reflects upon me and a lot of other people in society, and that would be Asperger syndrome. Um, it's a form of autism that a lot of people can't really see in people. We we definitely act very differently between in society. So I'm just going to discuss pretty much a little bit about it, like three key elements that Asperger people have to deal with every day, as well as a few little facts, nitpicks about it, and also recommendations on if you want to learn more about it, because it's a really high disorder that people have these days. It wasn't as popular back then when I was growing up, but it is now. It's becoming a more recognizable disorder. So let's get to it. The first one, key element to Asperger syndrome, is social interaction. Um, so what it is people like me have very experience difficulties in the basic elements of social interaction. Uh, so it's why it's we fail sometimes at developing friendships and seek the same enjoyments or that other people have, such as like sports or whatnot. Um, Big thing is that we also have nonverbal behaviors when it comes to social interactions, like eye contact, facial expressions, and posture. Uh, I can barely talk to people, like look them straight in the face and look them and talk to them. When I'm talking to them, look them in the eye. It's I don't know why. I just look around while I'm talking. Just I don't know why. It's just hard for me to look for people in the face. I find difficulty doing that, as well as reading people. I can't read facial expressions very well, and posture is like I like to stand up straight, but sometimes I'm hunched over. I don't know why. It, it's I can't really explain it. It's just I just stay hunched over, even though I should try and stay up straight back, stand up straight. Um, we also Asperger people come across like awkward. Like for example, if we were talking in a group, we would talk talk about a topic that's completely one-sided that we like enjoy. For example, me, I can go on and on about video games, um, and just completely be oblivious to other people's feelings uh, while I'm talking. Like I can't recognize like, oh, you don't care. Just stop talking. I wouldn't recognize that. I could just keep going on and just not realize it that other people uh, just want me to stop. Um, this is why we also people with Asperger's feel comfortable with. We talk to people that we feel comfortable with, so we're not judged or we don't feel awkward, like teachers or our parents or siblings. Uh, so yeah, social interaction is a big key element of Asperger's. That's number one. The second one, Repetitive interest and behavior. Um, we People with Asperger's have like sometimes are do behaviors that are completely repetitive, that are abnormally intense and or focused. For example, for me, it's Sudoku. If you give me a Sudoku puzzle, I would be just dead set focused on it. No matter, I don't care what's going on around me, I'd just be dead set focused on getting the Sudoku done, uh, getting it done, make sure I do everything right, just completely focused on getting it done and ignore everything else. Um, Another thing is we stick to unfixable routines. Example for me would be, again, work. Uh, I like to go to work and have a simple routine of when I get to work. I like to do this, 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 and this in a specific order, and at this certain time. It's just how I function. It's just how I make sure I get everything done by the end of the day. I must do this at this time, I must do my break at this time, then I must do that at this time. It's just a simple routine every day. Um, Also, we're pursuing specific and narrow areas of interest. Um, like, we collect information, detailed, but on a narrow topic, say as weather or actors or actresses. Um, but we don't have, we're without necessary, we don't have a general understanding of that topic. So we might know about it, but we don't have we don't know the whole thing about it. Um, for example, for me, growing up, here's when I was a kid, I saw a dog, and I immediately said, "Oh, that must be a golden retriever, or a Newfoundland, or a specific kind of dog." And my people would just come around, "How do you know that? How would you know that that's that kind of dog?" Or because I was wrong, but for some reason I knew, but somehow in my mind I knew it was. So, or for another example, people who, for example, goths. Here's a great example: goth people. Uh, since they have their own specific style, I would go over and see these people on the street and say, "Wow, they look weird. Why are they dressed like that?" And sometimes I'll even do it to their faces, even though I don't mean it literally. It's just like they don't look like everyone else. So growing up, I would see that these people are different, and say that they look weird without realizing that it's a type of clothing style. So that's the problem. Also, I like to, like, when I'm talking to people, I also, like, you can't, I don't know if you can see it on camera right now, but I'm moving my hands a lot, like, because I like to talk with my hands. Sometimes it's just a natural reaction. I don't know why. It's just I do. Um, so going on to our number three, uh, element of Asperger syndrome is speech. People with Asperger sometimes to talk fast, sometimes jerky or mumble, and most likely loud. We don't try to. It's just how we do it. It's just we don't try to speak loud. It's just we. I guess in my opinion, it would be so we just make sure you can hear us. And I'm not saying that you're deaf, but it's just we just talk loud. Just make sure the other person hears us. Um, One thing is we are particularly people with Asperger's are particularly weakness in is non-linear language, which would be like humor, irony, and teasing. Um, like like I have an understanding of what humor is, but I like don't understand humor enjoyed by other people. For example, if a person told a joke and everyone else around was laughing and got the joke, I'd just be standing there and just have a questionable, confused look on my face. I would like, why is that funny? Because I don't understand why it's so funny. I don't understand the subject or the topic or pretty much about it because I don't find humor. Like, I would laugh stuff at my own thing that I would find funny, but other people wouldn't. It's pretty much everyone has a different taste of humor or irony or teasing, um, but I wouldn't understand it. Like, or example, like people are laughing at that person. Like, for example, people are laughing at a certain person because, for whatever reason, and I wouldn't understand why they're laughing. Or if people were making fun of me, I would not see it. I would understand, oh, you're making fun of me, okay? Or being ironic. It's just like we just have trouble. We just lack understanding of it. People with Asperger's do. And so those are the three. I discussed the three major elements of Asperger syndrome. So the last part is the little timbits of Asperger syndrome. Um, as we have problems with motor skills, sleep, and emotions. Um, we have excellent, apparently, visual memory. Uh, like great example is growing up match game, like remembering where certain things are. Like you have to find, you flip over, you get an apple, you got to remember where the other apple is, and remembering where things are visually is uh, Asperger people have excel at. Um, we have usually unusual, sensitive, or insensitive to sound, light, or other stimuli. For example, for me, I hate going to clubs because of the loud music. I just can't stand the loud music at all. It just drives me nuts because I can't hear myself think. And last, we have a high level of physical clumsiness. So we sometimes be clumsy, even though we don't try to be. It's just we have it, and we have a high level of stress. So we get stressed out very easily. Um, so that's pretty much it about Asperger's. That's just pretty much my general knowledge of it. Um, if you want to know more about it or understand it better, my recommendation would be to watch a great show, The Big Bang Theory, and review Sheldon, the character Sheldon, because it's not classified as he has it, but he pretty much demonstrates a good example of people with Asperger's. So that would be my recommendation to watch that show, not just because it's hilarious too, but to review Sheldon because he demonstrates great characteristics of people with Asperger's. Also, a movie I recommend is Mozart and the Whale with Josh Hartnett and Rachel. I hope I pronounced that right. It's pretty much two people who interact with each other who both have Asperger's syndrome. So I highly recommend it. It was a great movie. But if you want to understand too about Asperger's and how people act with other people, especially other people with Asperger's, I recommend that movie. And finally, a book. It's called Look Me in the Eye, My Life with Asperger's by John Elder Robson. Another great book on this author who has Asperger's, how he grows up with it, and how he dealt with situations growing up with Asperger's, and how he dealt with it. It was a great book. I highly recommend it if you want to know about it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. This is my first video blog. I thank you for watching. If you take your time out of your day to watch it, and please leave comments for me, whether good or bad. I really don't care because I just want to make this a good video blog. So just leave me comments on how I can make this better, other than the quality, of course, because the quality is absolute crap right now. The video and the sound. But if you can do that, that would be great. I would greatly appreciate it. So yeah, I'll work on getting a webcam, but for my next topic next week, I will be discussing the results of one of my favorite pay-per-views, the Royal Rumble, which is on tomorrow night. So I'll be discussing the results the results of that show, as well as events that happen on Raw, WWE Raw, and SmackDown, and also discuss my favorite WWE wrestler, as well as WWE diva of all time. And if I can fit it in, the new video game that's coming out, WWE All Stars, which I'm so excited to get. I cannot wait for it. So again, thank you for watching. Again, I am the Virgin Gamer, and I hope you all have a great week, and I see you next time.